Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Girly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino-American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Layton. We have Bridget Cotero Carino. All these are coming up and more afterward from our sponsors. Please stay with us.
The Indonesian government
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Vice President.
In a nearly 2-hour press conference, Vice President Sara Duterte criticized the administration of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. For Duterte, Marcos does not know how to act like a president.
Hindi marunong maging presidente ang nakaupo. Kasalanan ko ba yun? Hindi. Ba't sinasabi ng mga tao, kasalanan mo kasi hindi ka tumakbo, ikaw sana yung presidente, hindi siya. But then I said, maaga ako nagsabi na hindi ako tatakbo. I don't ever remember may platform siya na sinabi kung anong gagawin niya para sa bansang ito. Di niya sinabi ano ang gagawin natin sa food security. Wala siyang sinabi kung anong gagawin natin sa inflation na darating.
Duterte argues the president is failing the people, and if she were to grade the Marcos administration on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the highest,
1 lang ang rating niya. Pasensya na. Pero nakaupo ako doon at the time, hindi ako nakikinig sa kanya. Ang naririnig ko lang, sama-sama tayong babangon muli. Apparently, yun lang yung naririnig ko. And when you say sama-sama tayong babangon muli, you will do something to make this country the best that it can be.
Duterte also reiterated that she and Marcos were never friends, even though they were running mates in the 2022 elections. The vice president reveals she was convinced to partner with Marcos by the president's sister, Senator Amy Marcos, even after she already filed her certificate of candidacy for Davao City Mayor in 2022.
Sabi ko, bakit mo ako nire-request ngayon na tumakbong vice president? And I'm happy that she was honest enough to say, kasi matatalo kami ni Lenny kung hindi mo dalahin ang Bisaya. It was very straightforward. Now, it was all about winning, sinabi niya sa akin.
Duterte said she relented after seeing the survey results and after carefully weighing the decision with the support of her family. Duterte also revealed 2 things she asked of Marcos if they win. First, to appoint her as Secretary of the Defense Agency, and second, to support her air travels so she could visit her children when necessary. She shared that after they were elected, she requested to be the Secretary of DepEd, as education was also part of her platform, and to avoid any intrigue in her handling of the security sector. As for the air travel request, Duterte said it was not fulfilled because she was not prioritized and that she saw this as a form of insincerity on the part of the president. Duterte emphasized that her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, never urged her to run for president. However, Duterte does not regret running as vice president and being a tandem with Marcos.
Of course, ginamit nila ako para manalo sila. Obvious naman yun. I don't regret running for vice president. Kasi imagine nyo, kung mayor ako, tas sinahabol nila ako ngayon. Diba? Napakadali nila ako i-suspend. Napakadali nila ako i-kasuhan. Napakadali nila ako tanggalin sa pwesto as mayor. Ngayon, Hindi nila ako matanggal. They can drag me to hell. Pagdating nila dun, ako pa rin yung presidente ng impyerno.
Duterte also did not mince words when asked for her reaction to her father's decision during his presidency to allow the burial of former President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. at the libingan ng mga bayani.
Hindi ko alam. Pero isang beses sinabihan ko talaga si Senator Amy. Sabi ko sa kanya, kung hindi kayo tumigil, huhukayin ko yung tatay ninyo. Itatapon ko siya sa West Philippine Sea. Sinabihan ko si Senator Amy. One of these days, pupunta ako dun, kukunin ko yung katawan ng tatay nyo. Tapon ko yan dun sa West Philippine Sea.
For Duterte, her relationship with Marcos has become toxic. Duterte cited an event where a student supposedly asked for the president's watch as a graduation gift.
Nasagot niya, why? Why will I give you my watch? At that point, may sakit na ako. Wasn't feeling very well. Nandun lang ako, nakakatayo ako doon kasi may gamot ako. Gusto ko tanggalin yung ulo niya ba. I realized toxic na yung relationship.
If it were up to Duterte, Marcos should no longer mention her name or claim that he was deceived about their friendship.
Naisip ko pa, hindi ko na siya sasagutin. Kasi, for the love of God, presidente ka na. Importante pa ba yung nararamdaman mo? Di ba kapag presidente ka, hindi na importante yung pagod mo, yung luha mo, yung fatigue mo, yung stress mo.
According to Presidential Communications Office, Acting Secretary Cesar Chavez, the Office of the President has no statement regarding Duterte's comments.
Congressman Benny Abad.
A day after a House panel flagged the 16 million pesos in confidential funds spent by the Office of Vice President Sara Duterte on safe house rentals within 11 days in 2022, she defended her confidential expenses in a press conference. Duterte says it is not surprising for government agencies to spend millions in just a couple of days, adding her office submitted documents to the Commission on Audit as required for liquidation of confidential funds. The VP, however, did not directly respond to Congressman's question on where and why the rental costs are significantly higher than a room in luxury resorts and high-end condos in the country.
Ganun talaga ang gobyerno. Gumagastos siya everyday para sa mga projects niya. And sometimes, it's not millions, billions ang pinipirmahan ng mga opisina ng gobyerno para sa projects. So hindi nakakapagtataka ang 5 million, 10 million in a day.
Duterte called out the House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability for assuming the work of the Commission on Audit. The Vice President believes the end goal of the inquiry is to have her impeached.
Kahit yung COA na mismo ang nagsabi kung ano yung trabaho niya, hindi nila tinatanggap na sagot. Kasi nga, sa simula, sinabi ko, gusto nila impeachment.
The Vice President also addressed the testimony of another official of the Education Department who claimed to have received envelopes with cash ranging from 12,000 to 15,000 pesos when Duterte was still the agency chief.
Gusto nila kasing palabasin sa mga tao, yung envelope na yan, yung pera na yan galing sa confidential funds.
Duterte also said the DepEd did not give confidential funds to the Armed Forces of the Philippines for its Youth Leadership Summit in 2023. Despite this, a lawmaker questioned why the agency, under her control, used certifications from military officials to justify over 15 million pesos in confidential expenses.
Parang masasabi po natin na ito'y ginawa lamang nila for the purpose mag-comply, pero ang totoo hindi naman ito yung talagang nangyari.
Namin siya supporting information doon sa mga areas kung saan may nakuha na reports na at risk ang mga bata.
Chua urged Duterte and the subpoenaed OVP officers to attend the House hearing and explain the alleged irregularities in the use of confidential funds. If they fail, the lawmakers said they will be cited in contempt and the findings and recommendations of the committee may not be favorable to them. When asked if there is basis for a possible impeachment complaint against the VP, Chua believes there is.
Kung hindi siya nagpapaliwanag, medyo damaging at saka medyo mabibigat po yung nangyari po sa hearing kahapon. Kaya kailangan maipaliwanag po nila to. As to the ground, posible po.
House Senior Deputy Speaker Aurelio Gonzalez Jr. and House Majority Leader Manuel Jose Dalipe urged Duterte to explain her confidential expenses and stop diverting the issue.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
How would you like to get high-speed internet for your home for less than $2 a day? That's right, for about $50 a month, you'll get lightning-fast internet. Are you paying less than $50 a month right now for your internet? Then call Whole Home Connect right now for blazing fast internet at $50 a month with no price increases, no hidden fees, no contracts, no equipment fees. It's a great deal. And guess what? You can try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back, but you're gonna love it, and you're gonna love the price. Internet for your home for $50 a month. That's less than $2 a day. Plus, no contracts, no equipment fees, and our 15-day guarantee. Call now.
Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. Again, 800-555-1212. Don't wait. Call us right now.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is the perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of this show. Today, I have a very interesting, very important person from Aurora, Illinois. And his name is Muhammad Clayton. He is the senior advisor to the mayor Chief Engagement Officer, and Chief Equity Officer. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a load full.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Yes.
They must be working you too hard.
Right. We all work hard at Aurora City Hall, all of us. Yes.
Okay, Clayton or Muhammad. Muhammad
Yes.
is your first name, right?
Muhammad's my last is my last name.
Oh, your last name is
It's
Muhammad.
Muhammad. Mhm.
Oh, okay. Clayton is your first name?
Yes.
Oh, Clayton. All right, Clayton. Welcome to our show.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me. We're looking forward to tomorrow, and happy Filipino American History Month to you.
Yes, we're celebrating it this month. It's a
Yes.
big celebration. But in your town of Aurora, Illinois, you're having a big celebration this Friday, and and not only for the Filipino American History Month, it involves other ethnic groups. Okay, can you please tell us what's going on in Aurora, Illinois tomorrow?
Sure. Well, Aurora, Illinois, we call ourselves the City of Lights. We are the second largest city in the state of Illinois, about 40 miles west of Chicago. Our mayor is Mayor Richard C. Irvin, who's been mayor 7.5 years. He's born and raised here. And he's always had this one Aurora focus, bringing Aurora together, making certain that everybody has a seat at the table, everybody has a voice, everyone knows that they belong here. And so we have flag raising ceremonies throughout the year. And the best way I can make it parallel is really to when the first American made it to the moon back in the 60s. He planted the American flag to show that he belonged there. They made the journey, they worked hard, they belong there because they made the fight to get there. So it is in America. So it is in Aurora. So many of our cultural groups, none of us native here, but have made the sojourn here to be here. So we belong here. So that's what our flag raising ceremonies are for. We do 14 flag raisings a year, Veronica, different countries and cultures. And tomorrow is our inaugural Filipino flag raising, our first ever. And we're excited to honor our Filipino community, our Pinoy community, our residents, our business owners, our visitors, and we're just going to have a great time as we honor Filipino American History Month.
Multi-diverse town.
Very diverse town, most definitely. Many cultures here. Our fastest growing cultures are our Indian and our South East Asian populations. And so we just watch a growth, people coming to Aurora. They want to be in Aurora. It's the city second to none. And we are opening new businesses. We have Filipino grocery stores and Asian fusion restaurants and Filipino staff members that we're just going to be celebrating at the flag raising tomorrow.
Right. Terrific to hear this. Will this be the first time to have a Filipino occasion here?
Yeah, it's first time for our Filipino flag raising. As I said, we do about 14 flag raisings per year, and we range from the Irish flag to the Colombian flag, to the Mexican flag, the Indian flag, the Pakistani flag, and just all in between, but our first Filipino flag raising. And we really honor it this year because we opened our new downtown Asian fusion restaurant called Leilani Asian Fusion, owned by a Filipina named Abby Kemp. And as we've watched Abby these last couple of years kind of build a business in Aurora, bringing Filipino flavor and culture, the whole Pinoy culture, she and her two chefs, Garnett and Clark, all Filipino. We said let's just be one of our new flag raisings this year as we honor our Filipino community. So yes, it's our first one.
We have a couple of popular singers from our community who will be singing at the occasion.
Yes.
Kayla Tejero and Lou Maningas. Cabalona.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, We're excited. You know, Kayla's one of our own. Kayla won our first Aurora's Got Talent competition in 2012. So we've known Kayla for 12 years since she was a young girl, 10 or 11 years old. We watched her grow up. We know her father, we know her mother, part of our Filipino nurses community in Aurora. And so we're so excited. We're so proud of Kayla. She graduated. She's a registered nurse now. She's a model. She's a performer. So she will be with us. A full circle moment for her. And of course, the great Luella Rose from the Sama Sama Project out of Chicago, a Filipino folk band. Luella's literally traveling right now as we speak. She's in New York performing and connecting for Filipino Heritage Month. And she's taking a midnight flight back to Chicago just to be with us tomorrow morning in Aurora. So,
Really?
yeah, we appreciate her so much.
I'm happy to tell you that both Kayla and Lou are connected with the Times News Magazine.
Yes, they both speak so highly of you. You yourself, Veronica, you're a legend in the Filipino community. Everybody I talk to say, have you met Veronica? Have you talked to Veronica? So I'm so glad we finally get to meet. You're doing amazing work there for sure.
Oh, yeah, I've been around. I've been a fixture in this community. I'm old. Sad to say, I've grown old in this community.
You are great.
Yes, and well, life is so exciting.
Yes.
So anyway, all right, nice to know because I'll be there.
I was going to ask, will you be there?
I
That's
will be there.
Well, we'll definitely have
to watch all this and see you in person.
We have a special seat for you. We do these flag raisings at an outside venue called One Aurora Plaza, where we raise all of our flags. The mayor will be there. Our city council members will be there. Leaders in our Filipino entrepreneur community, and just general cultures as a whole. The mayor will do a proclamation for Filipino American History Month. We'll have performances by Luella and Kayla. And we also present awards. Every flag raising has its own award with its own name. And the name always has to have the name excellence in it because it's our city's commitment to excellence, not perfection, but excellence. And there's also something culturally connected to that community that signifies the name of the award. So we're going to unveil the first ever Filipino awards tomorrow with the name, and we'll be presenting them to community leaders in Aurora. And then we'll raise the flag for the first time. And immediately following the ceremony, everyone's invited for lunch a couple blocks away at Leilani Asian Fusion for a nice Filipino lunch at Abby Kim's restaurant in Aurora.
Oh, exciting. Sounds really, really exciting. Will the mayor be there?
The mayor will be there. He is literally traveling abroad this week, representing Aurora in another country, and he is on a flight as we speak at 11 a.m. To get back to the States to be here for this. He wouldn't miss this. So we're excited for tomorrow.
How long would the whole program take?
Oh, it's less than an hour. We bring people in, we have Filipino music playing, we get people fired up. So hopefully you'll be there to lead some dancing off for us. And then we go into the program. Then we have free samples of Filipino cuisine from Leilani Asian Fusion, and then we'll depart, but from 11 till noon.
I've been to Asian Fusion too.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Because I think there was one time, there was a concert, Kayla's concert.
Yes.
Held there.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, Abby does a great job.
It's a very nice community, and it's quite far from where I live. But tomorrow, Kayla will be picking me up.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah, I don't drive these days.
Okay.
So she knows somebody has to pick me up.
Oh,
She'll do it.
Well, we're so excited that you'll be joining us.
Great, terrific. Sounds so exciting. All right. Before we sign off, one last word from the community of Aurora, Illinois.
definitely to our Filipino community of Aurora, Chicago, and throughout the country and the world. Thank you. Thank you for bringing your the pearl of the Orient, the pearl of the Pacific, that excellence that you know as Pinoy culture. Thank you for bringing it to our country, our cities, particularly Aurora. And we look forward to honoring you tomorrow. We've recently launched a new Asian American Heritage Advisory Board, and there are many Filipinos who have applied to be on that board. We want you to know that Aurora's home. Mayor Irving has made a space for you, and you belong. And we look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow at the inaugural City of Aurora Filipino flag raising ceremony.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Veronica.
From what country of origin are you from?
I'm born and raised in Aurora.
That's why
Yes.
Clayton is the name.
Yeah, Muhammad is my last name. Yeah. From a religion standpoint.
Clayton
Born-
is your first name, and Mohammed is the last name.
Yeah, I was born and raised here, right here in the city of Aurora. The mayor and I are both born and raised right here in Aurora.
That's wonderful. That's very good. Nice to know. And all right, ma'am, I thank you for gracing our show today, Clayton. And I look forward to meeting you in person.
We have a special seat for you on the front row, Miss Veronica. Thank you so much for being with us tomorrow.
All right. Maraming salamat. At maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, Clayton.
Bye, Veronica. Take care.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat, and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very exciting, interesting, and impressive guest here today. I'm really very impressed, and his name is Dr. Alphonsus Obayawana. Oh my God. Dr. Bayawana, I can just call you Dr. O in short. And welcome to our show, Doctor.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And just to introduce Dr. O, he is a physician, a scientist, a happiness coach, and everything else. This person has such a long line of impressive bio, and he's also the author of the personal index happiness, or happiness, personal happiness index. All right. Okay, Doctor, welcome to our show. And you're here today for this special interview about your book and about your knowledge and idea about what we call happiness. Happiness, all right, which many people don't have. And okay, so what is this personal happiness index that you wrote about?
Okay. The name of my book is The Happiness Formula.
of happiness formula.
That is the name of the book.
Okay.
And the reason why I wrote the book, there are 4 reasons why I wrote the book. Number 1 is to share with everybody the chance discovery that I made of a very simple formula that makes it possible for us to measure happiness in anybody, in a peasant or a millionaire, objectively and subjectively, simultaneously. That's number 1. Number 2, I wanted to introduce a 12-item questionnaire called the Edo questionnaire, also known as Personal Instant Self-Assessment, PISA scale, for finding out and identifying who is flourishing or languishing, happy or unhappy, very happy or very unhappy. For the first time, this is the first time we have a scale that can interconnectically and trans-ethnically and culturally assess and quantify human hope. And I also, in the book, wanted to offer a simple daily routine for maintaining your flourishing life. And that is why the book is written. And the book, Veronica, is called The Happiness Index. And the book is called The Happiness Formula. And in it is the happiness index that we use to quantify happiness. Thank you so much.
So, doctor, okay, how were you able to measure the formula that you're talking about?
Okay. I have been in this research for a long time. In 1980, in fact, 1979, I got a U.S. national grant to develop a way to measure human hope. Because people who don't have hope are those that take their own lives. If we could find how to measure hope, then we can identify people who are losing hope, so attention can be paid to them early enough before they start thinking of suicide. So that instrument was very successful. It was used by quite a few Fortune 500 companies like Coca-Cola and General Motors. The U.S. Veterans Administration use it, and academic institutions were using it all over. And the other research that I did was, because hope is defined as the feeling and belief that your desire will be achieved, I was wondering then, where do desires come from? Where do our desires come from? If hope is the feeling and belief that our desires will be achieved, how do our desires arise? And I found that out. And so I had the 5 sources of human hope and how to measure hope. I have the 5 sources of human hunger. Hunger now is not just hunger for food alone. It's any compelling desire is a hunger. So I found out 5 inborn human hungers. And as I was looking at that, both of them together, and what makes us happy, then I discover a very simple formula that says hope over hunger equals happiness, which means if your hope is high and your hunger is low, you will be happy. And in contrast, if you have overwhelming hunger and your hope is low, you will be unhappy. So that is how I found that formula. And therefore now, anybody can calculate their own happiness index by scoring their hope and scoring their hunger. You divide your hope score by your hunger score, you have your personal happiness index. Mine, for full disclosure, is 2.931. I'm in a very happy category, but I am not flourishing yet. I'm working on that. To flourish, you have to have a score of 4 or above. To be very happy, you have to have a score of 2 or above, where I am. Now, if you are unhappy, your score will be below 1.0. That's unhappy. So this is how it is. Now, clinicians, happiness coaches can now determine the happiness of anybody. And if they improve, their score will go up too. And you can see that. So this is what this is about.
All right. How long did it take you to finish this research? And
as you know, I told you that I got the first grant in 1980.
Since 1980, you started?
Yes, in fact, 79. Yeah. And so it took me 3 decades.
A long time.
Yes.
Okay. Isn't it that you mentioned that the United States has the lowest happiness score so far?
It's not the lowest. It is getting lower and lower.
Going lower and lower, not lowest yet.
No. The lowest, the unhappiest country in the world, according to the World Happiness Report, is Afghanistan.
Afghanistan?
Yes, the happiest country in the world, according to the World Happiness Report, is Finland, followed by Denmark, then followed by Iceland. Okay, and so US used to be in the first 20 happiest country in the world, and it's no longer there now. It's
no
below
longer.
that.
How about the Philippines, my country?
The Philippines, I will have to check to see. Yes.
Oh, we are happy people.
Oh,
we are always happy people. I'm
definitely.
Should be one of the top 10.
Well, but the happiness report, World Happiness Report, they are not doing it right. So there are some problems with the way they are calculating it. I will hope they will use the PISA scale, the Edo questionnaire, in finding out the happiest country in the world. They are not doing it right at all. Because Finland, that is supposed to be a happiest country in the world, also have a high incidence of suicide. How can you be the happiest country in the world and have a high incidence of suicide?
If you're happy, you don't have, you should not have suicide.
Exactly. So there is a problem there. There is a problem.
Happiness is for mental.
Exactly.
Mental. should come from the mind,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. So, do you think how thick is your book? How many pages?
For my book is I try to write a book that will contain good information for people and not voluminous. So it's under 200 pages.
Very thick.
Yes. It's under 200 pages. Actually, with index and everything, it's 215 pages.
Wow. Do you think one of these days our schools will carry a subject on happiness and have reference to your books?
Well, I would hope really that in all schools and colleges that the officer, the student officer, would develop and have a happiness score for all students so that they know who is below 1.0. If you are below 1.0, you are unhappy. And unhappiness should not be ignored for too long. If unhappiness lasts for 6 weeks or more, your body is telling you all is not right. And
There's a
something should be done about it. Remember now, there are many crimes, suicide, homicide, substance abuse that start because of unhappiness. Unhappiness in one form or another, ignored, can lead to homicide, suicide, substance abuse, and many other ills in the community.
Okay, as
So
an individual.
it is good to know that your happiness index is above 1.0.
Okay, for you, for individuals like us, you and I, um, how do we know, or how can we measure our own happiness? And how do we know if we are really happy or not?
Well, that is what this book is about, Veronica. In this book, I teach, I give workshop on happiness on university campus before COVID-19. I used to give happiness workshops. But now, that's why I wrote the book. Everything is in the book. How to measure it is in the book. How you measure your happiness index is in the book. And how to find out your calling, what your calling is, your mission in your life is in the book. So this book is, there are many books on happiness, but according to many of the reviewers, this is a book that you should have if you are a happiness seeker. The happiness formula. Yes.
Great. Dr. O, where can we pick up your book?
It's on Amazon. It's on Books A Million. It's on Barnes and Nobles. And you can read the reviews there. I'm very proud of the book, and it took me many years to write it. And,
wow. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I wish you good luck, more good luck for what you're doing. And of course, I thank you for gracing our show today. I'm really honored. Thank you for gracing our show, Dr. Oba Joanna. And
thank you very much for having me.
Keep us updated, please. All right.
All right, please.
Thank you so much for gracing our show. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, please.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye!
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call. So please call right now.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is a perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
How would you like to get high-speed internet for your home for less than $2 a day? That's right, for about $50 a month, you'll get lightning fast internet. Are you paying less than $50 a month right now for your internet? Then call Whole Home Connect right now for blazing fast internet at $50 a month with no price increases, no hidden fees, no contracts, no equipment fees. It's a great deal. And guess what? You can try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back, but you're gonna love it, and you're gonna love the price. Internet for your home for $50 a month. That's less than $2 a day. Plus, no contracts, no equipment fees, and our 15-day guarantee. Call now.
Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. Again, 800-555-1212. Don't wait. Call us right now.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in this point.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our communities has been to just stay silent and keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer that question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be like someone to start that conversation.
You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents.
This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon, this is Bridget Carino-Quachar bringing you this week's local news from our community. Millions of Social Security recipients will get a 2.5% cost of living increase in their monthly checks beginning in January, the Social Security Administration announced Thursday. The cost of living adjustment, or COLA, for retirees translates to an average increase of more than $50 for retirees every month, agency officials said. About 72.5 million people, including retirees, disabled people, and children, get Social Security benefits. Commissioner Martin O'Malley said the adjustment will help tens of millions of people keep up with the expenses even as inflation has started to cool. A year after Secretary of State Alexei Giannoulias' office introduced its Skip the Line program, new data shows the multi-pronged approach designed to reduce wait times has improved the customer experience at Illinois DMVs. Launched last September, Skip the Line initiated an appointment-only system at the state's 44 busiest DMVs, including all Chicago and suburban facilities and 20 downstate facilities. Since then, nearly 2.2 million Illinoisans have made in-person appointments to renew or obtain a driver's license or state ID. As a result, the time tax, or the amount of time customers were forced to wait in lines for DMV services, has decreased significantly. Meanwhile, the Secretary of State's office also enhanced and promoted its online services, encouraging residents to renew their driver's licenses or vehicle registrations without having to visit a DMV. Governor J.B. Pritzker and the Illinois Department of Revenue have temporarily waived the International Fuel Tax Agreement, Registration, and Motor Fuel Use Tax, MFUT, single-trip permitting for qualified motor vehicles engaged in interstate disaster relief efforts as a result of Hurricanes Milton and Helene. Here in Illinois, we understand the devastating effects of climate change, and we're here to support ongoing relief efforts in any way we can, said Governor J.B. Pritzker. That's why my administration is suspending IFTA MFUT requirements for vehicles providing aid to those affected by Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. This temporary suspension will expedite the delivery of crucial resources to families in need. 2 federal judges have declined to extend voter registration in Florida and Georgia for the country's November 5th elections following Hurricanes Helene and Milton. Civil rights groups had argued the storms, which have collectively killed more than 200 people and cut power supply to millions, left residents with hardships that hindered their ability to register to vote ahead of the deadlines. Despite this, U.S. District Judge Eleanor Ross in Atlanta denied a request by the state's NAACP chapter, the Georgia Coalition for the People's Agenda, and New Georgia Project on Thursday to extend the state's voter registration up to October 14th. Cook County Treasurer Maria Papas and ABC7 Chicago will host an Our Homes Matter phone bank October 17th to help taxpayers learn if they are owed refunds. Taxpayers may call 312-603-5105 between 11 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Thursday, October 17th, as the Cook County Treasurer's Office. Phone bank representatives will help taxpayers search for potential refunds by checking whether property taxes were overpaid for the past 20 years. Callers can also discover whether they are entitled to refunds for missed exemptions for the past 4 years. Samantha Chapman and Jason Knowles, consumer investigative reporters with ABC7's I-Team, will report on the phone bank throughout the day. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.
It's more fun in the Philippines. So